Tonight on Daily Iowan TV, one campaign is beginning and another is ending. We have the latest developments in the nation's 2016 presidential race and here in Iowa, UI student government elections.
And a father's plea to find his daughter's killer, we have updates in the Tong Xiao murder case.
One Hawkeye baseball player is adjusting to a new role.
Find out more in sports.
All this at the top of the hour. Welcome to Daily Iowan TV. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Blake Jorgensen.
And I'm Hannah Thompson.
Politicians are making their mark for a chance to become the nation's next president in 2017. This morning, Kentucky Senator Rand Paul announced in Louisville, Kentucky that he is running for president.
That I am putting myself forward as a candidate for President of the United States of America.
Senator Paul is the second Republican to announce a run for the White House. Texas Senator Ted Cruz was the first. Senator Paul will visit the University of Iowa on Friday as part of a 5-state tour. Make sure to watch Daily Iowan TV on Sunday for a recap of the event.
And this afternoon, Washington, D.C. was left in the dark. Power outages struck the nation's capital after a power plant explosion in Maryland. Several federal buildings in the university are without power, and it's reported that about 2,000 D.C. customers also lost power. The outage began after a small fire blew out a transformer at the Southern Maryland Electric Company substation. Officials don't believe malicious activity was involved.
There's little time left for the University of Iowa student government campaigns as voting begins tomorrow. Candidates are racing to get their platforms across to students. Last night at High Ground Cafe Shop, KRUI hosted a radio debate between the Real Party and Beach Party senatorial candidates. Some of the topics covered were mental health safety on campus and sustainability. The first topic discussed was diversity. Beach Party senators advocated for monthly cultural roundtables.
For domestically diverse students, we really want to advocate on behalf of creating regular multicultural leadership roundtable meetings to ensure that student government and administration know the concerns and the needs of every single student.
Real Party senators responded, advocating for cultural competency courses.
We think that it's really important that as student leaders who make rules that affect every single student, whether they be of color or not, that they can take into perspectives of diversity and inclusion, privilege and oppression.
Cast your vote tomorrow for the Real Party or the Beach Party beginning at 8 a.m. on ISIS. Polls will close Thursday at 2 p.m. And this year's UISG campaigns continue to roll on. Daily Iowan TV's Frank Rotella dived into how campaign rules could possibly change in the future.
For years, the UI student government has been about big budgets and political parties, but a recent recommendation would see two major changes.
The UI community is mourning the death of Sigma Nu fraternity brother and UI junior Andrew Mogny. While studying abroad in Rome just days after his arrival, Mogny was seriously injured, spending months in a coma. Sigma Nu president Mark Parise said the news came to him just 3 days after learning about fellow brother Roderick Jackson's brain tumor. Parise's favorite memory of Mogny was his laugh, describing him as a goofball who was always smiling and laughing.
Couldn't make the kid mad, and it was, it's tough. If it were any one of our other members, he would have been a great person to have in the house to help console people, and I think we're really missing that right now.
The UI is offering counseling services to Sigma Nu, and a candlelight vigil is being planned to take place at the IMU. The UI's African Student Association is holding a separate vigil in Hubbard Park tonight to commemorate those who lost their lives at the Garissa University massacre in Kenya last Thursday. The attack last week was carried out by members of the Islamist militant group Al-Shabaab. The heavily armed militants stormed the university, killing 147 people and injuring 79. Yesterday, Kenya launched airstrikes against Al-Shabaab targets in Somalia.
The tragic murder of Iowa State student Tong Xiao is gaining international attention. CNN reporter and former Daily Iowan reporter Shen Liu co-wrote an article on CNN.com about Xiao's case. Xiao's father is calling for help to find his daughter's killer. The main suspect and last to see Xiao, Xianglan Li, has yet to be found. Search efforts for Li have spread to social media. The hashtag #FindLi was shared over 22 million times on the Chinese version of Twitter.
And still to come, find out how smoking will soon become a thing of the past on the UI campus.
And in sports, a look at the exciting and close NCAA championship game. Hopefully there weren't too many Wisconsin fans on campus that game, and the weather outside might be a little too much gloom.
I know, I couldn't tell if it was going to rain all day. I had no idea how to prepare. Tanner, what can we expect for the rest of the week?
You're right, guys. If you take a look at what the weather was like today, it felt very dark and gloomy, very cloudy, and it was a chilly day as well. But the small chance of rain we were expecting held off. I can't promise the same for tomorrow. Now, as your Wednesday starts out, it's going to be cloudy, temps just in the mid-40s. Your afternoon looks to be the same. Very cloudy, temps in the 50s, but then during the nighttime, we are expecting a big chance of thunderstorms. Expect to see those roll in around 5 o'clock. Skies will try and clear up by the weekend. Expect about a 50% chance of thunderstorms on Thursday, but the weekend looks to warm up and have clear skies. Then, as you see, an 80% chance of rain projected for your Monday. All I have for you here in the weather studio. Guys, back to you at the desk.
About 50 students Monday evening crowded the second floor ballroom in the Iowa Memorial Union to learn about renting living spaces in Iowa City. Student Legal Services hosted the event called Renting 101. Topics discussed included what students should know before and during the process of signing a lease and tenant and landlord responsibilities. Speaker Amanda Elkins shared tips and information that would help protect individuals from landlords who may try to take advantage of them.
Much more familiar with landlord-tenant law, so we want them to know exactly what they're getting into before they move in.
Student Legal Services is located in the Iowa Memorial Union and provides students with free legal consultation.
The University of Iowa is already a smoke-free campus, but next fall the university is banning all forms of tobacco. The UI currently prohibits the use of cigarettes and cigars on campus, but the new proposed tobacco-free policy would also ban electronic cigarettes, chewing tobacco, snuff pipes, and hookahs. The policy will be in effect August 24th, which is the start of the fall semester.
If you were uber excited about Iowa's new ride-sharing bill, you're out of luck. The new bill that would provide a statewide framework for ride-sharing companies like Uber to operate in Iowa died in the Iowa legislature. That leaves Des Moines and Cedar Rapids as the only two cities in Iowa in which Uber can operate for at least another year until the bill can be reconsidered.
Hannah, the college basketball game really lived up to all the hype last night. I didn't want it to end.
I know, it was quite a game. The last few games have been really intense. Taylor Bartz and Laura Belanda are standing by in the sports studio with more. Ladies, make sure to pick up a copy of the Daily Iowan tomorrow. Find out what Rand Paul's presidential announcement means for the race for the White House.
And read how making smoking illegal on campus may affect you. Before we go, we need to check out the First Lady's dance moves. Here's Michelle Obama jamming out to the song Uptown Funk at the White House Easter egg roll yesterday.
Michelle Obama encouraged people to share 5 ways they are trying to live a healthier life on social media. This is the 5th anniversary of the First Lady's Let's Move initiative. Those are some pretty cool dance moves. That's pretty awesome what she does for them.
Yeah, and I liked all the little kids in the crowd trying to copy her and stuff. So
I know, I love it.
That's all we have tonight on Daily Iowan TV. Be sure to tune in tomorrow at the same time.
And get local breaking news anytime on dailyiowan.com. Thanks for joining us and have a great night.
Tonight on Daily Iowan TV, learn how your daily morning cup of joe isn't only boosting your energy, but landfills too.
And live in Africa and Iowa City, we take a look into one play's simultaneous performance.
And in sports,
What the Iowa women's basketball team took away from their loss in the Big Ten tournament.
All this coming your way next.
You're watching Daily Iowan TV. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Hannah Thompson.
And I'm Blake Jorgensen.
The man allegedly responsible for triggering an Amber Alert on Sunday is in custody without bond today. 48-year-old Kenneth E. Johns of Coralville allegedly child-snatched his 10-year-old stepdaughter, Brianna Kane, from Solon. She was later found safe in Cedar County. Johns was held in custody in Davenport on 2 warrants before making an appearance in front of judges today in Iowa City. Johns is being held at the Johnson County Jail for multiple warrants, including a parole violation.
Backlash keeps coming for Sigma Alpha Epsilon fraternity at the University of Oklahoma. This video showing SAE members singing racial slurs hit the internet Sunday, and today the university expelled 2 fraternity members involved in the racist chant. University President David Boren took to Twitter to publicly condemn SAE's behavior and to express the school has a zero-tolerance policy for racist behavior in a press release. The university and SAE headquarters have shut the Oklahoma chapter down. All SAE members are forced to vacate their house by midnight tonight.
And President Obama's former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton addressed the media today in regards to private emails she sent during her tenure. Outside the UN Security Council chambers, Clinton defended herself by saying that she thought it would be easier to use one email account, her private account, on a mobile device. She has released all her emails to the public after this became a controversy and admitted she should have used 2 phones with separate email accounts.
The Board of Regents will have a new student regent starting May 1st. University of Northern Iowa freshman Rachel Johnson will fill the seat. And Johnson will fill the position after University of Iowa student regent Hannah Walsh's term ends on April 30th. Johnson says the seat is a perfect opportunity to make a difference in the state. The Iowa Senate still has to confirm her appointment.
And the Iowa Board of Regents got to tour one of the newest additions of the University of Iowa campus, the UIHC Children's Hospital. Construction began in the fall of 2012 and is expected to be completed about a year from now. The approximately $292 million project is entirely funded without tax money, and the top floor of the 14-story building has a bird's eye view over Kinnick Stadium.
Two theaters performed a series of plays together today, thousands of miles apart. Daily Iowa TV reporter Greta Miley takes a closer look at this cultural exchange.
One group of actors, directors, and audience members in Iowa City. The other group on a screen streaming live from Cape Town, South Africa.
Still to come tonight, find out how coffee is creating a headache for landfills around the world.
And the latest in Hawkeye sports, an inside look at women's basketball.
Tanner and Blake, you guys, I didn't wear a coat for the first time today, and it felt fantastic outside.
Driving outside with the windows down, nice breeze.
Got those temps going up on a Tuesday, Tanner?